guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And जैसे कि आपने टॉपिक देखा ही होगा that today we are going to talk about something really important and that is traumas that you get in your corporate career, and especially trauma that can be carried on from your team leader to a team member and that which gets carried on to your. So see, I am no Sant Maharaj or somebody who doesn't do that to my team or something, but I think it is something which has evolved with time or something which I have learned with time, and I thought that this was such an important issue to be addressed, and most importantly because there was one person in our life at ANU Media who used to do this very regularly, and eventually I learned not to do that with the team. Like, you know, there are some clients जिनके साथ तुम काम करते हो and you kind of realize that you never want to become that person. And I won't say much about it, but yeah, I wanted to really address this issue and talk about it. There's Akshada behind the screen laughing on it. Nonetheless, I'm sure you will relate that कभी-कभी आपके साथ ऐसा हो जाता है that workplace पे आपको डांट पड़ती है, कभी-कभी रोज पड़ती है, which I understand. मुझे भी रोज क्लाइंट से डांट पड़ती है, not because हमारा काम अच्छा नहीं है, but कुछ ना कुछ हो ही जाता है. And especially when you have so many clients, दिन के अगर मैं 2 या 3 क्लाइंट भी पकड़ूं तो भी मुझे हर रोज कोई नया क्लाइंट कुछ ना कुछ बोल सकता है, इतने तो वी हैव. द टॉपिक इज नॉट अबाउट आपको डांट पड़ती है या नहीं. द टॉपिक इज कि वो डांट पड़ने में आपको क्या क्या चीजें बोली जाती है एंड व्हाट ऑल डू यू फील अबाउट योरसेल्फ व्हेन दैट थिंग इज टोल्ड टू यू इज व्हाट कॉजेज द ट्रॉमा. सी, आई डोंट वांट टू बी वन ऑफ दोस जेंजीज हु comes to me and says that you know what कि डांट पड़ना बहुत बुरी बात है, because हमारे ज़माने में when parents used to hit us, तब हमारे एज के लोग आए थे बोलने कि मार खाना बहुत बुरी बात है, and that is when parents stopped hitting the kids. Now it has come to a point where we have to take care of people's mental health, and that is why हम workplace में कुछ बोल भी नहीं सकते because हमें नहीं पता कि किसकी mental health क्या खराब हो जाएगी. Nonetheless, this topic about trauma passing in your corporate career or trauma passing in your workplace is important because you need to understand what is trauma and what is not. Yeah, what is something that's going to affect you and where should the boundary be. Now, I understand we all make mistakes. We are humans. There are times when I tell my clients that it's okay. It was a very humanly mistake and it happens. Just because it's a mistake, you cannot just go and start telling a person that you're a bad human being, you'll never succeed in life, you're a bad leader. Trust me, I faced all of these things. But there eventually came a point where I used to correct my team for making that mistake. Earlier, I used to take the same words and tell my team the same thing what the client has said. Why? Because I used to think that the team needs to know that the client is so upset. But that's when I realized that reframing that thing, explaining it to the team, and most importantly, understanding what went wrong. So I'll tell you how my patterns have changed. Earlier, I used to pick that entire thing from the client, go to my team and tell them that, you know what, you're a bad social media manager, you're a bad client service manager, you cannot make this happen, you can never earn money for us. And these were the things that probably earlier in my early stages of my career, clients used to tell me because probably I was not that proficient either. And I used to go and tell the team the same thing. Then I realized, let me try and understand. Is my team equipped to do that? Because earlier I used to ask myself this, am I equipped to do this? Eventually I became better. I learned that until and unless whatever the client is paying me for my marketing services, if I don't give them the kind of results that they are expecting, of course they're not going to stay with me. Of course they're going to be upset with me. But this mindset, it took me a year to get cultivated. How can I expect that from a team member who has recently joined? So first I try to understand whether they understand our vision, whether they understand the client's vision, and whether they are understanding कि हमें exactly client को output देना क्या है. Once you start doing that, you kind of realize कि is the team member equipped for the kind of work that you have given to them or not. So let's say the second scenario, the first scenario मैंने बता दिया. So eventually when I started evolving, the second scenario when the client shouted at me, I went to my team member and asked, why did you make this mistake? What made this mistake happen? हो सकता है it was a genuine mistake. Like let's say recently there was an example where it was a mistake from our end, where we accepted it. I couldn't do anything about it. Now I cannot expect my team and me to work like robots all the time. We can try not to make mistakes, but there are times where हमारे personal, professional life के वजह से we will be making mistakes. I'm not justifying what we are doing, but I know that I can't be 100% right or 100% best in whatever I do. So eventually what I started doing was I started going and communicating that why did this mistake happen? Could we have avoided that mistake, or was the mistake something that was allocated in an unresourceful way? I don't know if that's the right word, but was it allocated to somebody who was not resourceful enough to make that happen? Eventually when I started this problem, I realized that for the next 6 months the client did not complain and there was nothing that came from the client. Then after 6 months, I don't know, something happened. and which was communicated in a wrong way between the client partners itself. And the client came lashing down at me. We did a Zoom call for 1 hour. The client said that your leadership is not good, you did not do this, you did not make this happen. And this was almost for an hour after working with them for 1.5 years. At that time also, I did not call my team member, I did not tell them anything, because I know the efforts we had been putting for the client, and I know the efforts that my team member had been giving day and night to make things happen, even when we were not getting those many inputs from the client's end. So sometimes when you understand and you know the efforts that you have been giving, and you can't do anything more than that. You cannot make a person happy if they are not willing to be happy. So the next pattern that you need to understand is whether you're giving your 100%, and you need to understand whether the problem that the client has, is it being justified or whether they are being unreasonable. See, every time I tell the team the client is always right. But sometimes when you know the efforts that you've been putting, I put in resources that we were not even equipped in the team to do, and made things happen for which they appreciated us. But then suddenly coming after 6 months for a problem that was so minor and that was miscommunicated from their partner's end, where it was not appreciated, and it did not even call my team member saying that, okay, why did this happen? Eventually, she only justified that this was communicated from the partner's end and we made it happen. Now, coming to the recent problem, when something like this happened, and I got like crazy lashing for something that probably a mistake, not a mistake, I'm still yet to understand all of those things. The topic being here, should I have passed on the trauma or no? At that moment, I genuinely felt that it was a traumatic experience for me, because I needed to understand whether the situation that I'm facing, is it too harsh on me to understand whether my emotions are being fluctuated. Now, what does trauma mean? Something that affects your emotions so badly that stays and sticks with you for a long period of time. And that happens when you have a sudden change in your emotions. Now, if you look back at what does trauma mean, you will realize that, let's say you have a certain pattern in your life that you're going through, and suddenly a very bad incident happens that changes your wave of emotions, and that becomes a trauma pattern in your life. It's not like you're going to get scolded for something. You would have also realized that on a bad day, suddenly when somebody comes to you and starts lashing out at you, you're like, it was any which ways a bad day. But when on a good day, when everything was going good, and you hear a really bad news, that is something that is etched in your mind forever. Why? Because on a good day, when you were not expecting something, it came lashing out at you, and that left like a trauma response in your head. So the same thing happened with me. I was having a really good day because it was the occasion of Women's Day, and we were helping 7 women of different age groups launch their own thing. We helped a 50-year-old lady start her own yoga classes. We helped a 19-year-old girl start her own jewelry store, and we did like so many things in that one day. And suddenly the client called when I was having a really, really good day, and without even understanding the situation or understanding the intent behind why something was done, the lashing just came on me with really harsh words. And when things just came down, I couldn't process that at that moment, and I didn't think I was confident enough to communicate with my team member in that moment. So even though I called my team member to rectify the problem that the client was facing, I did not address the situation at that time. Why? Because I felt like at this moment, I did not even know what to communicate, and I stayed super calm to first process my own emotions, that this does not become a trauma response in my life. Although it was a traumatic experience, I did not make it a point to have it continued in my life to become a trauma experience for the rest of my life. And that is what I did not want my team member to go through, because I know the entire team was exhausted working on so many campaigns that day. And when I wanted a problem to be solved, the problem was solved in merely an hour. It was a very small problem. That is where I realized the importance of this, that so many of my friends who are working in corporates are going through this situation. So many people working in companies are going through this situation where people probably don't realize their actions are creating such a huge impact in people's life. I have been a very aggressive person. I want things to happen. I want actionable steps. I want a solution. I don't want to make things difficult for my team. But it has to go both ways too. Like, I have team members who will probably, this is a mental health situation which is spoiling my mental health, and there are people who take it very sportingly because they know when I'm trying to push them to their limits, it's for their own good. But the entire problem comes down to it, how aware are you about your emotions? So when you feel a traumatic experience, or when you don't want a trauma to pass, or let's say I won't use the word trauma, or a situation which is very disturbing or angry to pass on to your loved ones, to your team members, to your family, friends, I think you first need to be aware of your own emotions. In that moment when the client had called me, I was around my friends who were working with me in business, and we had gone for a very good business opportunity, and the client was so loud that earlier my phone was on speaker, but when I realized the client was furious, I took it to my ear, but I didn't realize that it was so loud that my friends heard it, and all of them were so worried about me. They kept asking me if I'm okay, but I did not spoil. I am proud of myself that I did not spoil the emotions and the mood of other people around me, because I did not want to pass on that experience. I felt it. I didn't cry in that moment. It took me time. We reached home. I went to one of my friends, and the first thing is I burst out crying. Why? Because I wanted to let my emotions out. But would I have taken it home to make it a nuisance for my family? I didn't want to do that. Did I shout at my team member for doing something wrong that was probably a very minor inconvenience to both the parties? I didn't do that at that instance, but I went to office, I confronted the team member, I asked her, what went wrong? What is something that's bothering you? Why are you making such mistakes? And we solved the problem out. But it made me realize the importance of making this video, that it's not about the problems you face in your career or the problems you face in your daily life. It's about where do you stop in making sure that you are not passing on to the trauma or passing on to those problems to your team members. You have to be a leader. You have to be finding solutions and not dwelling on the problem and stretching those problems. Find a solution to those problems. So if you are somebody who is a CXO or a business owner or somebody in the position of leadership, then I feel like you should definitely try and understand your emotions first. Regulating your emotions is the first thing. Don't work upon just not passing on to the trauma. It's basically then not confronting someone for the mistakes that they're doing. It's okay. You have to confront them. You have to ask them. You will be angry. You will be strict. I am too. But at the end of the day, you need to first be in regulation of your own emotions and find the core problem before reacting to the problem. And I think this I've learned with my own experience. Within the past couple of months, I have more experiences to share about how I almost lost a Dubai-based client, and then the client still came back to me because I realized my mistake and I kind of regulated my emotions, spoke to the client, and now I'm going to Dubai tomorrow to find a solution and probably work on one of the biggest projects with that client. So I hope this video helps you if you're in a leadership position. And I'm not saying don't go and confront the team members or don't shout at them or don't find a solution or don't rectify the problem. The only purpose of this video was for you to understand what trauma is and what trauma isn't, what anger is, what anger isn't, what should you say in anger, what you shouldn't, and most importantly, regulate your emotions to find a solution to any problems that you're facing in your career or your everyday working life. So that's it for the video. If you have any doubts, you can anytime DM me, ask me questions in the comments, and I'll be there for you. I hope this video helps you. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Thank you.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever.